What a Merry Christmas this will be!
Hello interwebs, it's Scott from Admiralty Entertainment, and we're here with the beginning of an advent calendar. Yes, the Star Wars Funko advent calendar in the Pocket Pops range, because a full-size Funko Pops advent calendar would be huge. Have 24 Funko Pops in it. Wow, that'd be amazingly huge and difficult to put under a tree. But these are the Pocket Pop ones, so they are much smaller than that, but still pretty cool. Now, this calendar was released in 2023, and it was quite expensive here in New Zealand. It was over $100. I did not pay over $100 for this. I waited until it was much, much, much cheaper. I think it was only about $40 when I got it, so that was a much better deal than paying full price, and it's going to be exciting opening them all up for you. But first, let's take a look at the packaging here. We do, of course, have a lot of Christmas-style livery. We have a nice big picture of Darth Vader in holiday colours. Nice red and white and green in there. Presumably he's going to be one of the Pocket Pops that we get. There's this nice snowflake motif here, which they've got snowflakes and some Star Wars symbols. So we've got the Rebel Alliance symbol over there, and down in that corner we've got the Imperial symbol. A lot of other symbols you could have on there, and we've seen a lot of them in the Star Wars Black Series holiday editions, but on this one, just the Imperials and the Rebels. So going classic trilogy, I believe. Whether they would do expanded levels for further ones, you know, prequels and sequels and spin-offs and all that sort of thing, who knows? So I'm guessing this is a subtle hint that this is going to be solely a classic trilogy release calendar here, but yeah, it's still a nice detail. I still find it fun when they throw these things in as if they were snowflakes. We have, of course, the Funko logo and the Pocket Pop logo, which is underneath this big name tag, letting us know that it's a Funko advent calendar, which is seemingly attached to this graphic of one of those little bouquets, rosettes. I'm not actually entirely certain what the name for that particular lot of shiny ribbon, which they all do up like that, is, but it's one of them, and that's on the back of a green ribbon, which goes up the packaging there, leading to, of course, the classic Star Wars logo, done just in black. We've got this notification here that this is a 24-piece advent calendar vinyl collection, and we get some images of Pops which are presumably going to come in this collection. Princess Leia here on day 4, Luke Skywalker on day 8, and a snowman of a stormtrooper on day 10. Of course, whether these actually do come out in these days or not, who knows? I would kind of hope that they don't spoil those particular days right here on the packaging, but you can never quite tell. There is this very nice candy cane striping border running around the entire front here, which adds a nice little touch. Side of the box has the Funko logo, a picture of that Luke Skywalker holding a candy cane in a green outfit, a little graphic here showing what it's probably going to look like once we actually start opening the advent calendar side of itself, and then trilingual notification that this is a 24-piece advent calendar vinyl collection, before we then get up to some logos like Pocket Pop, and then good old Star Wars itself. And that's exactly the same on the opposite side as well. Bottom of the box is boring legalese. The top of the box reuses the information that we saw on the side with that graphic of the open calendar, 24-piece advent calendar vinyl collection, and of course a couple of logos, Pocket Pop and Funko, with that green stripe and the candy cane border. Back of the box, again, mostly covers stuff that we've seen before, although slightly differently in terms of the presentation of it. We do have that candy cane border again, which is always nice, Star Wars logo, Pocket Pop logo, Funko logo, and the 24-piece advent calendar vinyl collection in 3 languages. Accompanying the snowflakes and Star Wars symbols, we do have the silhouette of an AT-AT, which kind of makes sense. If you're going to be in the snow, that's probably what you want to be in. StarWars.com and Disney logos, another Funko logo, and finally we get this image of the advent calendar when opened, with all the doors behind it, and the Funko Pops that will come out of it, and the flap, which we're currently looking at the backside of, opened as well for them to stand on. So at the moment we are currently looking at the backside of that very flap. For those Disney fans, it is indeed the backside of Flap. Okay, maybe not that exciting, but still. So of course that flap is currently closed. We need to open it to be able to actually access any of the advent calendar goodies inside. How do we do that? Well, it's pretty simple. This one is just secured by a little Velcro dot at the top here, which if we just give it a little tug like this, hey, it falls open. So there we have the main advent calendar goodies themselves. All the windows here dated 1 through 24, all on a little background where we can see some very familiar looking silhouettes and outlines and so forth, which are repeated here, so they're not unique for every single one. We do get a level of repeat. We sort of go from Boba Fett to Boba Fett, and then it looks like it just repeats again. So we do get 2 runs of the patterns and sequence there before we end up with a unique one on the 24th. And of course underneath that is now the floor, which was the other side of the back of the flap there, which has all these unimpeded images of a Star Wars variety. And yeah, the ones that we do see on the Advent countdown windows are represented here, but you do have more, which shows that they could have made them all unique on the actual doors, but then chose not to. That's a weird choice, Funko. I mean, they're literally right there. You could have just used all of these on those doors, but instead you just recycled them. Okay, it's your calendar. I'm not gonna... Well, I am gonna judge. I'm judging right now. That's the whole point of this video, actually, judging. But, yeah. So, there it is. Okay, so that is the basics, the background, all the incidental stuff out of the way. Now it's into the meat and potatoes of the Advent calendar itself. For our North American friends, I don't know if you even use the phrase meat and potatoes. Commonwealth friends, I'm fairly certain will understand what I'm going for. But we are going to start here. We're going to start with day number 1, of course, which is this one behind this. I'm not going to say Boba Fett. It could well just be generic Mandalorian, but it's Boba Fett. Okay, I'm wrong. I am going to say Boba Fett. It's a Boba Fett shaped window here. So we do have a little tab which you can push in, presumably. Okay, that doesn't work so great. If you push the tab out by cheating and going around the back of it, you get a little handle here which we can then try to pull. No, that door is kind of stuck. There we go. Perforations, not entirely perforated, but let's see. Oh, okay, so we're off to a good start because this door leads to an empty window. Okay, so not the best start. I feel like he's probably fallen down. I can actually feel something kind of loose back there, so let's assume that this is the one which is supposed to be in day 1, and he's just fallen down there. So we have a little red baggie, which is semi-translucent, as you can see, which kind of gives away what it is that's inside here. But as I say, we're assuming that this is indeed day 1's one. That would have been better if they'd done that on a separate day, so I didn't have to say 1-1. But yeah, let's go with the assumption that this is that one there, and try to open it without using scissors, which is not working. So I will use some little tiny scissors, to open the bag. This little first little cup. Get that off there, and remove our first Star Wars Advent Calendar Pocket Pop of R2-D2 with some antlers. Now, of course, we don't know whether the Star Wars universe has reindeer as such. I'm going to assume not. There'll probably be something differently named, at the very least. But yeah, that's not a bad one to start with. Iconic character. Very cool holiday-themed motif on there. And yeah, I don't think they've done this as a full-size pop, so that's cool. That's a nice little start there. We take a look at the paint, and it seems pretty crisp. We do have nice edges on the blue and silver there, the little dots for the lights that we expect to be on there. The front here seems a little bit, I'm not going to say sloppy, but it does seem to not be quite as sharp as I would expect. But again, we do have silver on there, and that's all very nice. And the green and red bulbs and everything. So yeah, that is our first one of R2-D2. Okay, so that is day one done. That window is open. We have 23 more to go in this particular calendar, and we're going to have some more friends for little reindeer R2-D2 here coming very shortly, because we will be back with the next video very soon. If you liked this video, then check out the description, because we'll have links to the playlist for all the advent calendars that we do, plus Christmas videos in general. While you're there, if you want to like, comment, share, but subscribe, because then that way the next video will show up in your subscriptions tab, that would be really cool. We have fun here, and we really hope that you'll have yourselves a very happy holidays from all of your friends here at Admiralty Entertainment. See you next time.